Christmas time is here, people. Yeah. We got a mirror out here. She look like a little light hog. What's up, mama? Well, you think it's a Snicker. She like a Vienna sausage.
Yeah, sausage.
I brought the babies out today. They need to get some more exposure. Bam Bam actually does pretty good. But Cha-Cha, she's a hooligan. Yeah, tell them how to deal with a baby kid.
A baby kid? You gotta provide structure. You gotta teach them what you want. It's good to have other dogs that can show and correct them when they do get rambunctious and spontaneous. So I'm sure Ego does correct her when she gets out of line.
I actually haven't allowed that. You know that. So that's the other thing too. I would say. I said this before in the video. People said, "Hey, I've got another dog, and I brought a younger dog in, but the older dog is giving the younger dog a hard time." I said, "Would you play tackle football with your grandpa?" I said, "You bring a young joker in, and what ends up happening is you cause problems, to say the least." But objectively, I don't allow them to spend a lot of time with Ego because they're not under control. That's just the truth. And Ego, he can lay on he was on the bed the other day. I mean, like the little couch thing. He's chill. He's more reserved than people probably would believe. So if you start bringing in rambunctious people like Bam Bam's biting at his face and he's allowing it, that's annoying. I wouldn't want nobody biting at my face doing like this all day. Imagine, it's the same thing. Somebody slapping in your head. You like, well, if you don't get your kid, remember that movie when Robert Downey Jr. hit that kid in the throat? He goes, "My lizard did it." And what was it called? With Jamie Foxx.
I don't remember.
Oh, man.
I'm a movie guy.
It's oh, you're not a movie guy. So whatchamacallit? God, Lee. It's a good movie. Look at, she gonna walk. He gonna walk her. He gonna walk her. He gonna walk her. Bless her heart. Oh, my Lord. So anywho, for me, it's always a slow entry. There's times where they get to play with the dogs and see the dogs, engaging and having a good time. But for the most part, slow and steady wins the race, guys. You've got 10 to 15 years with these dogs. That's the truth. And mostly, if you got kids, your kids gonna be bothering you for their whole life. So imagine that. Somebody says, "Man, how you speed this up? Look, how many times you still call your daddy or your mama?" That's the thing. It's like you 40, 30 years old, 20, still call your daddy and mama, and you want the dog to be like that? Stop it. Stop it. Take your time now. Now, stay tuned as we get this thing set up and have a good time today. Today's gonna be a good day.
It's Good Friday.
It is.
Oh, it's Black Friday.
So what we about to do today is get them fired up. Look at Bam Bam. Always messing. Shout out to Chris Moore. I bought the dogs some retractable leashes to back tie them that Chris sent me and forgot them at the crib. But I got this dual leash. Stan's about to try to get him going. Tron does better on the suit, and Ego's driven by, what do you call this?
This is bite sleeve.
A bite sleeve. And I more so mean like when they're driven by equipment versus...
Yeah, Tron will bite both. Ego likes to bite this more because he was introduced to that, and we stayed on that a little longer than we probably should have.
There we go. So then, that's a good point then. So how long should you stay on certain equipment before you move on?
Well, it also depends what you're doing. So sport-wise, if you're doing Schutzen, you're never going to leave the sleeve because that's what they're being judged on. So PSA, Mondio Ring, French Ring, Street League, all of those things you want to put your dog on a suit after you know they're confident about handling pressure and stress while on a sleeve, because you don't want to introduce it too early because it is really personal for the dog and you can put a bad taste in his mouth.
There you go.
So it depends on the dog, really. So about, if you're doing anything, say 6 to 9 months of real foundational sleeve work, making sure they're understanding everything, and then you introduce the suit in that time frame.
Okay.
He's all tangled.
All right, well, it's time to go to work.
Awesome. That work. So you want to see if we can get Ego to be more interested in...
Yes.
Get that out of the picture. Dang, he grew. I ain't seen him in a week, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh. Oh. I guess that is not designed for two dogs.
It's not designed. It's supposed to just be a leash for a dad. Like you got to be.
Hey, they said skirt.
But now I'm gonna have to be the tree. So we got one. Bam, bam. Hey, these are who broke this thing.
They said that little plastic snap is not fit for that.
You are not him.
Nah, he doubled, bro.
He did? Oh yeah. He's gonna triple. He's got the XL stuff. So what'll happen is you'll see him grow. Hey,
He made him look small now.
stay tuned. He's gonna get bigger. He's gonna get bigger, which means I gotta make him better.
Yeah. Ooh, I said I looked at him. I said, ooh.
Good boy, Tron. Good boy. Equipment training today, people. Equipment training today.
Good boy. Good. I give one on one arm and I'll give one on the other.
Okay.
Have some fun. Let's have some fun.
It's Tron. This is him.
Oh shit. Bite. Yes. Good boy.
Come on, Tron, work. Work, Tron. Good boy. Good boy.
Come on, you better bite it better than that. There we go.
There we go. There we go. Dan working them dogs today. He's working them dogs today. There you go. This one heavy dog. Ego's got a wee bite though. I was doing a good job.
Yeah. We'll just let him watch it.
Okay. Yeah, you get to watch, brother. That's it. That's all. Good boy, Tron. Tron, out. Hold Tron. Hold Ego. Hey,
Yes.
hey, no, he did good. He did good. He left. Good boy, Tron.
Good boy. Out.
Out. Tron, out.
Yes.
Good boy. Good boy.
Quicker he outs, quicker he gets a rebite.
There you go. Hey, you hear that? Quicker he outs, the quicker he gets a rebite.
Yeah.
That's his reward.
So he starts learning that out doesn't mean the game's over. Get better.
There you go. Somebody asked me the other day, I seen something, and they said, hey, shouldn't you be giving him a bunch of treats? So when I was out there playing with him, I said, I didn't even reply. Somebody else was like, that is the treat. He get to play with that toy. That's exactly right, people. Out!
Yoo-hoo. Na-na-na.
You want to go bite now? You go. Let him out a little more.
Nice boy. One thing I learned, Stan said, be a tree. Be a tree. See this tree behind us? You gotta be a tree. Good boy. Come on, back. Ego's got the front of the teeth right, the front of the
There
teeth.
we go.
He needs to get in there. Had the back part of his jaw on that thing. You want a good bite. There you go. He's still not biting. He acting like a weenie. L7 weenie. Good boy, Tron. Come on, Tron, work. He tired. He tired. Tron, yeah. That's good. That's good, people. When your dogs learn their limits, and mind you, they got a full workout today. I brought my drag bag. They're gonna drag this thing for a mile today. We get over in this sand pit a little bit. They got a couple hills. I brought the chuck it with the ball. Tron got 20 hills. We about to get in this water here shortly. This is not gonna be a quick workout for them.